This video is going to be a review slash demo on a Lancome foundation that I recently tried over this past week. I want to give you my initial thoughts and review on this product, and at the end of the video I'm actually going to do a small demo just showing you how it looks on my skin. So the foundation that I have is by Lancome, and it is called Idole Ultra 24 Hour Makeup. This is a French name and I don't want to completely butcher it, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like. This product has been raved about on YouTube for quite some time, so I wanted to try it out and see how it worked well on my skin. This is what the box looks like. Just if you have just for a point of reference when you're going inside of the store, you're going to be looking for a silver skinny box. I picked this product up at Sephora. It retailed for $42, and the color that I'm going to be showing you in this demo and review is color 450, and it's in it says suede, and I got the neutral. Now I have I don't know, I guess it's kind of hard to match my foundation for some reason, and lately I've been trying out a lot of foundations and I always kind of go back and forth between the two, and of course when you mix those two together it's always like the perfect shade, but I don't want to buy 2 and 3 of a foundation to get the perfect color. So I tried to get this 450 and I got it in neutral. The color that I was going to get was 460, which was a step higher. Only thing was it had a really strong undertone of red, and I don't like to look red in the face. I know African American skin, we do pull red, but I really don't like that really dark red undertone. So I decided to go with this one, and I decided if I wanted to, you know, add a little more color to my face, I would just, you know, use a stronger contour or a bronzer, and that will be fine. So again, I'm going to be using color 450 for this review and demo. And I'm going to tell you a couple of things about this product, how I liked it over this week, and we'll just go from there. So this product claims that it is transfer resistant, it's oil free, it's fragrance free, and that it has 24-hour wear. Now, I have never worn this product or any foundation for more than possibly 12 to 16 hours. Through this past week of me trying this foundation out, the longest amount of hours that I've worn the foundation was about 14 hours, and the shortest amount of time has been 8 hours, and that's just a basic work day. So I'm going to give you my experiences on this foundation. So we're going to start off with long wear. So the product claims that it is 24-hour wear. Now, I have never worn a product for 24 hours. However, when I tested out this product over this past week, the longest amount of time that I had the foundation on was 16 hours. So one day I wore the product and I came home, I took a nap after wearing it for about 8, maybe 9 hours. And when I woke up from my nap, I noticed that I did have a little bit of transfer on my shirt, on the collar. And it wasn't a lot, but it was enough for me. The shirt was white, so it wasn't a lot of transfer, but I did notice that there was foundation on my clothes. Now granted, I was asleep and I was tossing and turning and rolling around in the bed, obviously. So, you know, it wasn't anything that was honestly worth mentioning, but I did want to tell you, to give you a thorough review, that I did have a little bit of transfer one of the days that I wore this foundation. All of the other days that I wore the foundation, it did not transfer on any of my clothes. It didn't transfer on my hands. I didn't see anything on my skin or anything like that. The product stayed in place every time that I wore it. Again, I've never worn the foundation for more than 24 hours, but the time that I did wear my foundation, I didn't have to go back and I didn't have to touch it up. The product stayed in place. It didn't melt off of my skin like other foundations have done in the past, and I didn't have to go back and retouch it with blotting powder or setting powder or anything like that. Now, throughout this whole week of me trying the product out, sometimes I wore pore minimizers, other days I did not. Other days I've set the product with powder, other days I did not. Other days I set the product with setting spray, and other days I did not. So in this demo today, I'm going to show you one side of my face using a pore minimizer, and then the other part of the demo is just going to be bare skin. And because I do have large pores, I think it's going to kind of give you an idea of how the finish is going to be. We're going to talk a little bit about my skin personally. I am acne prone, I do have sensitive skin, and I do have enlarged pores. And I do have a little bit of hyperpigmentation in this area just from old acne scars. And I do like to cover those up. Typically I wore this as a medium coverage just to kind of smoothen out or even out my skin tone. I didn't wear it really heavy. There was 2 days during this whole trial period that I went for a really heavy coverage just to see how well this product was going to build, and it did beautifully. My initial thoughts and review on this product. So my initial thought on this product is I really like this foundation. I do have other foundations that I've reviewed in the past. You can check out some of my playlists at the bottom. That will be in the Glam or No Ma'am series where I did other reviews. So I do have other foundations that I've reviewed. So far, this is probably, I would say, in my top 5. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely in my top 5. And again, I do have a lot of foundations in my collection. So some of the reasons why I really like this foundation is because it gives you a matte finish. Now the product says it's a velvety matte finish, and I do definitely think that that claim to fame is great because the foundation was matte. However, it really looks like healthy skin. It wasn't so matte that it was dry, but it was just matte enough that, you know, it controlled the oil. But I felt like my skin was very light. It was very soft. It wasn't, you know, tight. And sometimes when we're wearing foundation, you notice that after it dries, it kind of makes your skin kind of tight and taut. It didn't do that. My skin felt healthy. I was able to go like this and move my face around. The product didn't transfer. It was oil free. It was fragrance free. And it didn't break me out. Again, because I do have sensitive skin, I didn't experience any breakouts. The only issue I would say with this foundation is possibly the shades. It was kind of hard for me to match this foundation. It was kind of a mix off in between. So I decided to go with the foundation that had a neutral undertone versus the foundation that had a warm undertone. So I definitely think that they can give us a little more ranges for women of color, but I did match my foundation. The foundation that I'm going to be demoing today is going to be color 450, and that is in suede, and it's also a neutral undertone. I was in between two colors, which was this one and also 460, which was a warm undertone. And when I tried that one on, I noticed that it really had a really red base, and I really don't like those foundations because I feel this is my personal opinion. Sometimes when you wear a foundation for women of color and you put them on, it just looks fake. Like, it doesn't look like skin. It's just so red that it's just not right. Now, if you're of a deeper skin complexion, that red will help you with some of the hyperpigmentation. But because I have a lighter skin tone, you know, compared to other women of color, having so much red in my foundation just doesn't look natural for me. So I went with the 450 neutral because it didn't have as much red and it gave me the best coverage. At this point in the video, I'm just going to do a little demo. I'm going to show you how the foundation looks on my skin. Now, on this side of my face, I'm going to do the foundation with nothing. No primer, no pore minimizer, nothing. Just basic full-blown foundation. And then this side of my face, I'm going to use a pore minimizer. The one I'm going to be using today is by Maybelline. Of course, you can use like Benefit and all those other brands, but that's honestly the one that I grabbed first. So I'm going to be using a pore minimizer on this side of my face, and I'm just going to show you the finish of both foundations and show you how well they cover. So I'll be right back. Also, there was one thing that I did forget to mention. When I purchased this product, I noticed on the back of the box it says that you can use this foundation for sunscreen. Now this product says that it has sunscreen protection and SPF 15, but when I turned it on the box, it says for sunscreen use, apply liberally 15 minutes before sun exposure and then reapply every 2 hours. Now, I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to use foundation just for sunscreen protection. So I was kind of taken back by that a little bit because this is a full coverage foundation. I couldn't imagine applying this product every 2 hours. I mean, I would just feel like it's just too much product. But I did want to mention that to you because all of the reviews that I've seen on this foundation, no one ever mentioned that. It also says that this product is water resistant. So it says that you can go swimming in this foundation. Okay, I'm not going to swim with foundation on, but that's what the product says. So, okay, so I've already applied the Maybelline Baby Skin Pore Primer to this side of my face. Just for reference, this is what the primer looks like. And you can buy this at any drugstore, CVS, Walgreens, Dwayne Wade, anything like that. You can also buy this online. So I applied this to this side of my face, and what that does is it fills in the pores and kind of gives you a more smooth appearance. And I just did that for reference. And again, this side doesn't have anything on it. So what I do is I apply the foundation to the back of my hand. To apply the foundation, I'm going to be using Real Techniques brush, and this is just their basic face brush. And that's how I'm going to apply the foundation. So I'm going to apply it, and then I'm going to come back and give you a close-up on my skin. So I just want to show you the coverage that it gives me. This is only half of a pump because I applied it to one side of my face. I still have foundation on the back of my hand, and I'm going to apply that to the other side of my face. So I just want to show you the coverage and show you the tone that I have. Again, the color is 450 in numbers in suede. It's also a neutral base, and that is my natural skin. So I'm going to continue to apply it to this side of my face. Again, don't forget this side has a primer to it. So when I come back, I'm going to be close up on the camera and show you how my pores look as well as the finish. Okay guys, I know my face is like bam on the camera, but again, I want to show you a close-up of my face with one side just bare skin, no primer or anything, and then the other side with primer. Again, I am acne prone and I also have enlarged pores, and I do have sensitive skin. So this is the finish of the one side that has nothing on my skin, and as you can see, without the primer, I have really large pores in this area, so it covers the pores, so there really isn't a big need for pore minimizer or anything like that. Primer, yes, but I don't necessarily like need to have anything to kind of hide my pores. I think that it did a good job of covering that up. I only used one pump of this foundation. So I have a full face of foundation on, and I really like the coverage that it gave. It definitely is a matte finish, and this is how the foundation covers for me. Again, I have on color 450 in, and that is called Suede. And as far as this product being a glam or no ma'am, I would definitely say that this product is a glam. It lived up to all of its claims. I really like this foundation as a whole. The only downside, or I would say the only con to this foundation, is that it probably needs to have a couple more shades for women of color. But besides that, I really like the foundation. It was amazing. So that will conclude the end of this video. If you would like to see videos just like this one, testing out all of the products that are getting a lot of hype on social media or even on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can do that by clicking the link in the description box, as well as the link that I have here on the screen. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I am under Shimmer Nicole, and that is basically it. So that will conclude this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that it was informative for you. So until our next video, stay glam.